Hi everyone, Mac here from Minard's Leisure World. Today we're looking at the all-new 2021 Cedar Creek Cottage. This is the 40 CRS. So there are some major changes to the Cedar Creek line for 2021, mostly aesthetic though. Let's start talking about some of the features of this specific model and we'll just kind of get into it. So like I said, new 2021 model, you'll see it's looking kind of awkward at the front. That's because this is a destination model. It's meant to be parked in a seasonal campsite and left there for the season. And the Cedar Creek cottages are rated for full-time use as well. So if that's something you're interested in, this is an excellent option for that. I'd say the best on the market. Looking at this, I know it seems awkward, but in the seasonal site, you can remove this front coupler here. This whole steel assembly, that frame portion can be removed. So it'll really clean it up in the campsite once you've actually parked it. Coming onto the campsite, you'll see this wonderful high gloss true gel coat exterior. What Cedar Creek does is a hung wall design. Definitely ask us what that means because it's entirely unique to them and I feel it provides you with a superior product. On the campsite, you're going to notice lots of large windows overlooking your campsite. There's also a large 12-volt power awning on our main portion here that covers the entry to the master bedroom, as well as our main entry, which are these beautiful glass patio doors. The second awning is actually located on the slide out. You can see it's the armless style. This is a new Thule brand awning. Thule is not new to the world, but we're starting to see their products more and more in the RV industry these last couple of years. If you know them, you know it's good stuff, and it's still coming with that LED light strip. The thing that's kind of peculiar on this model is the rear molded cap. This almost looks like it should be the front of the coach, but that's just due to the interior layout and how it's designed. So if the back of your trailer has a wonderful view in your current campsite, I can't recommend a better layout to capture that. Just look at these massive windows all around our main seating area in this coach. You'll see it inside in just a second. So we just stepped foot inside the 40 CRS in through our main patio doors. I want to note that all of the windows have a really nice dark tint on here for privacy, but it still allows a lot of natural light in too. When we come in the main entryway, you'll see there's a nice closet here for coats, a little bit of a bottom portion if you want to stash a few flip-flops or that kind of thing in there. And up above are going to be your main controls. So if you do have the grandkids visiting or kids of your own visiting, they're not going to be tempted to push buttons and flip switches. They're all hidden on you. Something else that we get right by our entry door are some more controls. One for our climate control. This is for AC and heat. It is a dual climate system, so dual ACs on board here, as you get with Cedar Creek. Up above that is the controls for the upgraded fan in our kitchen. So this is going to move a lot more air. It's variable speed. You can set temperatures, and it's rain sensing, so that lid will close. Now starting to step foot into the kitchen. We're showing off the hutch first, and as you can see right beside is the King Wi-Fi Booster Prep. So this router here is included with all Cedar Creek coaches. If you'd like to have Wi-Fi in your coach, we'll teach you how. It's really easy with the Cedar Creek. The hutch itself is designed extremely well. I love the backsplash. It's a nice textured finish. The countertops are all solid surface countertops, so they're an epoxy, they're not a wood. They're very water resistant and long lasting. And all the cabinets are built extremely well too. All a true hardwood construction, so you know they're going to last. They're all pre-drilled, glued and screwed as well. And they're properly mounted to studs in the walls. They're not just hanging by the lamination of the wall. They're actually mounted to the studs. Just to my right here is our residential refrigerator. This runs on 110 volt electricity only. Now if you want to run this off-grid, there are some options available to do so, and we'd be glad to walk you through that. But the big bonus of the residential fridge is if you're full-time living, you get a lot of space. There's also a fresh water dispenser in there, actually inside the fridge, which is neat. And underneath, a large dual drawer freezer system. So again, organization is going to be really easy. I know food's really important for me when I'm camping, and if you're full-timing it, it's even more so. So really quickly before hopping over to the island, I want to mention the cabinet or the cupboard here. This is going to be your large pantry space. Cedar Creek's always really good about adding in these pull-out drawers in their pantries. I think that's a genius design. I haven't seen anybody else do that. They're also the true soft close glides. It's hard to show you that because they're ice cold from being outside, but they work really, really well when they're properly warm. Overall, great pantry. You're not going to have to worry about anything falling off those shelves, making a big mess when you're towing this from site to site if you have to. Our island. The kitchen island is huge in this model. It's absolutely massive, and they've built in a neat feature on the end here to be used as a bit of like a bar top eating station. But if you look at it, they've offset the sink to give you the maximum amount of prep space. You're getting a nice high-rise industrial style faucet, along with these roll-up metal drip trays. These grates are coated in silicone, so they're okay for handling high heats, and inside it's stainless steel, so it's not going to melt. As for storage in the island, they've done a good job. We get this small little pull-out here for, your wash rags and such. Underneath, though, under the kitchen sink, it's a very wide open space. As you can see, the size of that compartment's great. Storing your garbage can's not a big concern because there's a dedicated drawer for that in the hutch. It actually pulls out, there's a garbage can and a small drawer above. For the rest of the storage in the island, you can see they've converted some of it to a dishwasher drawer. That's right, it doesn't get much more residential than having a dishwasher inside your camper. I don't recommend putting a lot of food into the dishwasher. You want to make sure most of that's off, but otherwise, what a great feature to have for full-time amp. Last thing for our kitchen is the cooktop, and this is special too. This is actually an apartment-sized range. So we've now got 4 burners instead of the typical 3, but the big plus is the large oven. Yeah, it's just a lot more like cooking at home. This oven's going to hold temperature better as well and heat up quicker. It's just all around better to cook with than the RV appliances, which you're going to be doing a lot of living in the Cedar Creek. Up above, we've got a large high-point convection microwave. You see lots of other goodies from the manufacturer in there. These convection microwaves are great too. You can actually cook food in them and fully cook it, not just reheat. As for your typical like plates and cup storage, these overhead cabinets are perfect for that. They're nice and deep. You'll be able to stack your plates normally and not need any special racks or anything. So again, I really like the design of these cabinets, just done well. So coming back a little further from the kitchen is our entertainment stand. This is nearly to the very rear of the coach. The entertainment stand features a large TV included with all Cedar Creeks, large overhead cabinet storage, again, just massive. Below that will be our sound bar and our head unit, which will play CDs and DVDs. It does Bluetooth, all the fun stuff. And below that, our electric fireplace. Now that'll actually kick out heat. It's like an electric space heater, but it gives a nice look too. That's actually right across from our theater seats, which you'll see in a minute. So now looking at the very back wall of the coach, you can see that strange angled shape. That's from that molded cap. The sofa itself is a beautiful hide-to-bed residential sofa. Very durable material. It's made by a residential manufacturer. It's going to last. And it's a true hide-to-bed. It's not one of those RV beds. So very comfortable, true sizing, easily sleep a couple adults at the back here. And I want you to note that the sofa is a lot longer than you'll typically see in your normal RV. That's because this coach is an extra wide body trailer. It's actually 101 inches wide. So they've built it to the max standards. That's what you're getting with this trailer, just the max everywhere. So the theater seats directly across from our entertainment stand, these are probably what's going to get used the most because they're the most comfortable. These things you can fall asleep in easily. They're an electric recline, so very easy to do, just a simple push of the button. They also come with USB chargers for both seats, remote storage, and a couple of cup holders. So really well designed, same material as the other sofa. The window coverings here, I do want to mention, they're special too. They're a roller style, so just a soft roller style. The outside covering here is your full blackout, and it does a great job of blocking that light. And the shade underneath is kind of like a very fine mesh, so it gives you privacy while still allowing light in. So during the day, nobody will be able to see, but you still get that light. Just before we talk about the dinette, another cool feature of that hung wall design with Cedar Creek is that they can run wiring through the walls on a fiberglass trailer. This is the only brand that can do that. You get a lot more convenient switch locations, more power access, and if anything does go wrong, it's a lot easier to remedy those electrical problems when it's run like this. With the dinette, it's a true 4-seater. All chairs are going to have that nice little bit of storage under them, and there is a bit of a leaf here that'll extend the table about another half foot. So now taking a look at the bathroom, you can see Cedar Creek tried something different with a white interior. Showing off that sink and vanity, the sink is actually a one-piece molded fiberglass. And then there's the medicine cabinet with the mirror on front. Panning over to our big shower. This is a triple pane glass door entry. Gives you a really wide entry into that shower. It's also super roomy, very tall and wide. Next to that, lots and lots of towel storage, as well as our porcelain foot flush toilet. So we finally made it to the front of the coach. I know it's confusing, this is the front. We've got the bed slide in the master bedroom, and that's really going to open this up for lots of storage and lots of room to move around. As you can see, this is a king style bed. This is one of those bed in a box style mattresses, so they're really comfortable to sleep on and really easy to upgrade if you add a topper to them. At the head of the bed, I love the storage. Those cubbies are designed really well. They're super big, but they don't hang low. You're not going to hit your head on them. I also like the windows on each side so you can get some ventilation, and there's good power access for everybody. So if you have some accessories, don't be afraid to put them up here on top of the valances. They're actually designed to be shelves. They're very, very solid. So you can put a big CPAP up here. You can put an alarm clock, anything you like. It's a really great design. When it comes to clothing storage, they haven't skimped either. We get one big main closet right here, designed for dedicated hanging storage. You can see some nice fancy lights in there to make it really easy to see what you're picking. And it goes all the way back. Really great design. It's very tall too, so if your clothes don't hang down all the way, you still have another opportunity for more storage underneath. Beside that is going to be our washer dryer closet. So this unit's prepped to accept a washer and dryer unit. We can install those for you too. If you don't want that or you don't need it, you can just use it for more storage. You can see they've included a hanging rack in there too. And then of course all of our overhead cabinets and our side cabinets. Really finishing up the master bedroom, at the foot of the bed is another dresser. There's no shortage of storage for your clothes in this trailer at all. All drawers are going to be this size specifically. A few other small points I wanted to talk about in the master bedroom. There's some other features you might not be able to see on video, like power access, the TV. We've got the residential style fan, but also the Whisper Quiet AC system. So even though there's dual ACs, one right above you, it's not going to be nearly as loud as you're used to in your typical RV. Cedar Creek's taking that extra luxury step to just quiet it down in here for you. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming on this walkthrough of the Cedar Creek Cottage 40 CRS. As you can see, the new styling is looking really good for 2021. They've definitely kept up with their superb product. The 40 CRS specific features I want you to remember. This is a luxury brand, so we're getting an extra wide, extra tall destination model with the best in class insulation, the biggest holding tanks. We've got the unique hung wall design. We've also got large residential appliances all throughout the coach. Really, if you're looking for just the best destination model money can buy, this is what we have to offer. Check us out online, minardsleisureworld.com, to see more products like this Cedar Creek Cottage. To see more walkthrough videos, you can check us out on YouTube as well. And keep in mind, we have 2 locations to serve you better. There's one here in Weyburn, Saskatchewan, and also in Watrous. I hope to see you soon.